What is going on? Happy friggin' Saturday. Today's Saturday the 27th of July, and you guessed it, we're 7 weeks out officially today. What a good day to have a good day. It is about 10 to 9 now at Powerhouse, in for push. So before I delve into that, a bit of an update before the video commences. So as I said, 7 weeks out as of Tuesday this week. So it's been Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, today's Saturday, so it's been 4 days. We dropped food, 25 carb, 10 fat on both days, so that was noticeable. That was noticeable. So what's that? That's only 190 calories, but it was noticed. Previously, I was obviously hungry throughout the day, but the hunger levels have just gone up a notch off the back of that, which, as I get my pre-open, they've definitely gone up a notch, the hunger levels, which, I mean, are what they are, and it's, you know, embrace it, know that it's coming, and I kind of like it because I know that, you know, I'm getting leaner. And I did my check-in photos this morning, which I was bloody excited to do, and I'm happy. I say I'm happy. I'm not satisfied, but I'm happy with how things are tracking along. I think we're in a good spot. I'm actually going to check in with AJ this afternoon, sort of probably shifted out the check-in, because I'm always taking check-in photos on a Saturday morning. Gonna send through my check-in this afternoon, as opposed to waiting until Tuesday and sort of being in half limbo of like, oh, what does he think? So obviously try and push today, take some post-workout shots, send those through along with the check-in photos this morning, because we've dropped like a kilo this week, which at this stage in prep, probably, I mean, I know I spoke about it in last week's video, the mental fuckery, wasn't it, where I'd hardly dropped. Like I feel like I've dropped this week the same as what I dropped in like 3 or 4 weeks. Whether it was just that minor change that did the thing, but anyway. So as I said, food dropped this week, but we've got a refeed and devolume coming next week, so similar approach, I would imagine, to what we've done in the past, but I'm sure I'll film that in a future video to show you what that looks like. Anyway, pre-workouts are going down, and I'm at that point in prep. I don't know if I've spoken about it before, but I did this in the 2021 prep. I don't know from how far out, but when I would have a stim and a non-stim, I would have them in separate shakers so that you then don't mix the flavors, and you just get to elongate the flavors and just sort of really marinate it, and just, you know, the sip on the way to the gym. Anyway, so the stim in here, and then we've got the icy slushy that I've still got a bit of the non-stim that I can sip on once I finish this. But anyway, what else did I report? That's probably it. We've got push today. I'm going to do a bit of a mic'd up session. I've obviously filmed clips of this session in the past, and I know it's the same session that I always film, same session that I always do here, but I don't think I've taken you through the full session in quite some time. Has much changed? Not sure, but you're going to stay tuned. And without further ado, I'm going to have the rest of this pre, get the nut on, and fucking get after it. Catch us in there. Okay, we're in. Laterals to start. Done one set with the stack for 20 reps. Second set here, we're pinning 10 kilos. And if you're not using D handles to hold on to laterals, what are you doing? Okay. Oh yeah, don't mind a bit of a swing on the end of that. Alright, so that was 3 sets on the lateral. Now onto the shoulder press. Elbow sleeves have been popped on as I waited for someone to finish up. Now again, the importance of, especially on like the new tech machines, the importance of making sure that you logbook your setup of the machine. So for example, in my logbook, I know that the arm height of this needs to be 3, back pad 2, seat height 9, so that I'm not fucking around with the setup for too long. I suppose when it comes to training in a contest prep or a dieting phase for that matter, relative strength is something that, you know, is pretty important. So, you know, on this shoulder press, for example, like I was touching 4.5 to 5 plates, nudging 5 plates at peak body weight, peak off season when I was 100 kilos, 88, 89 kilos at the minute. So to say that I can lift the same load would be unrealistic. So obviously progressively dropped off loading over the course of the 25 weeks of prep thus far. I am going, so that's 2 plates, if you can't see. I'm going to do a few more warm-ups, and I think it'll be 4 plates plus a 2.5 per side, so 165 total for the top sets. I'll see you for that. Alright, let's get the bit of chalk happening. In terms of the setup on this shoulder press, I actually just try and get in a position that's going to be my strongest in terms of, you know, feet positioning. Maybe a bit more chalk. So I'm not too fussed because I know that my delts are just fucking on the whole time. So sort of as I was saying, you know, just trying to get into the strongest position possible, you know, not too fussed about the arch, as in not too fussed if I have too much of an arch or not enough. Even if my butt is a bit forward in the seat, that's what I find strongest. I really lock the fuck in. Ooh. Ooh. 3, 2. There we go. 8th rep just wasn't quite there. It was 8 reps last time with about 1 kilo of body weight heavier 2 weeks ago. So I'll take that 7. A couple of rotations ago I did drop the back off from 4 plates to 3.75. I think I was just a bit stubborn and wanted to keep it at 4 plates, but you know, when it was only 2.5 kilos per side, 5 kilos total, different from the top set, I just wasn't able to get a decent amount of reps. So 3.75 is the back off. Yeah. So obviously on the shoulder press, I was talking about sort of positioning on the kit, and sort of almost alluding to the fact that not that it doesn't matter, but it has less importance, because I feel like you're just going to be working your delts regardless. Whereas I see a lot of people do this Nautilus vertical press, and I'm like, fuck, you're just doing front delts. Here are a lot of front delts. So a big emphasis for me is, creating that decent arch, and the way that and positioning the seat such that, because this movement actually presses in an upward arc. So if I get this set up right, probably actually need the seat a bit lower. And what I mean by that is, if I just look at the handles, it actually presses up, whereas if I'm sort of further up and trying to go down and then up and sort of scoot back up, it just doesn't really sit too well. Whereas if I get a good arch here, and obviously if I film from the side, you'll see that I'm pressing in an upward trajectory. I'm really taking those warm-ups, especially on 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, quite slow. Make sure my chest is nicely activated before getting to the top set. Oh. Yes. Yes. Man. I think I'll take that 6. It was 7 last rotation, however, similar to the shoulder press. I'll take that. Probably no point grinding out and burying myself to go for that 7th. Anyway, let's do it back off. Just on that last set, like, my chest is absolutely smoked from that. Like, I know it's only 6 reps, but the chest contraction I get from it, it's unwavering. Hence why I keep it in. Like, there's all these new kit here, the new tech stuff and all of that, but it's been in the rotation for 2-3 years. It's not going anywhere. Even, yes, obviously the weight drops. Like, this was 4 plates as a top set. That was only 3.5. Yeah, it was 4 plates during the peak off season, maybe 4 1/4. But gosh, you can't see it, but my flexing my chest up and down. Okay, we're on the dip, and the hardest part is obviously getting it down as body weight decreases. You got less weight behind you, but luckily I've got the gym pin seatbelt. However, just with this Flex Fitness dip, you kind of, it would be great to have a spot, let's say a spot to lift off, but there's no one appropriate here. Because it's almost like you're in a slightly awkward position if you've got the seatbelt on, because you're kind of trapped a bit down. But we'll see how we go. Okay. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, that'll do. I legitimately contribute a lot of my tricep long head growth to this movement. It's been in for fucking 3 years. Okay. Yes. Okay. I did a lighter 15 repper before it, and that's the heavier set. I'll drop back to that same weight of the first set. Do another high rep set, so sandwich the heavier set with high rep, lower weight set. So similar to what I did with the lateral raise at the start. Okay, that's going to round out the session. So I didn't talk a lot through the back half, but I think what I finish off with those overhead tricep extensions, the cuff laterals, the tricep press down with the gym pin bar, rope crunches to get that shredded six-pack abs, and some flies, and then some posing, which I might have popped in prior to this. So I filmed that just on my phone. So I might pop a bit of a montage of how we're looking. So with that being said, post-workout meal time. We've got, this is a new, only a few days ago, do one of these ones. All the people on TikTok, you know, like the, what is it, the girl influencers when they're doing their makeup haul, and they're just like, stop it. Cream of rice, Adonis. So often the cream of rice is challenging to get here in Oz, but this appears to be an Australian brand, made in Australia. So I bought 4 tubs, of course, a prep purchase. So I'm trying the 4th flavour now, the caramel peanut butter. So I made it this morning. I'll show you. As you can see the colour of it, with the raspberries on top. And I've also had chocolate, cinnamon donut, salted caramel last night. Oh, they're all fucking delicious, by the way. Bit of a preview of my synopsis. But yeah, they're all very good. I will try them out in different formats, cold, hot, you know, the volume of it. Initial thoughts is that you probably can't make it quite as much volume as the supplement needs, but that's okay. So I've got 100 grams in here, which I made this morning. It's cold. Got 200 raspberries on top, 2 scoops of the ISO ripped in the spiced caramel cookie, aka Biscoff flavor, same one that I had last week, which I only bought a week ago or 6 days ago, and it's almost empty. I'm not going to tip it up, but there you go. There's not much left. So with that being said, I'm going to drip my drizzle on top, and I think I'm going to round out the video here. It is only midday, but to be honest, there's not a hell of a lot that's going to go on for the remainder of the day. I'm going to edit this vlog. I'm going to do my check-in to AJ, as I sort of alluded to at the start, sort of doing this on a Saturday now, so he can see how I looked this morning, and then post-workout, give him a bit of an update. I've also got a sauna booked at 4:30, so I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully I don't pass out because I'm doing it solo. So with that being said, if you like the video, please like the video. Please subscribe. Stay up to date with all the latest YouTube videos. There's lots to come. Catch you in the next one.